My name is Adrian Nanchev, and this channel is all about helping you become a remarkable entrepreneur. And this is the third video in the 101 Entrepreneur Lessons and Mistakes playlist that's based on essentially my life and the mistakes that I made last year. Well, or certainly the mistakes I've made over the past few years anyway. So this is the third one, and it is I didn't focus enough. So in the fall of 2015 and throughout 2016, I wasn't really focused. I had started my second business, which had had some major successes in the fall of 2015 and spring of 2016. But by also the fall of 2015, I joined an MLM company and doing some stuff with that, which was dubious from the beginning, and a roller coaster ride of events and situations. And then in March, or certainly the 1st of April 2016, I started writing my first book, and I was working on that until 31st of October 2016. So I was doing the MLM, writing my book, and I was also working with a business partner trying to get into property investing. So I was doing all these three things and my second business last year. Now, suffice to say, I realised deep down inside that I was too distracted, I wasn't focused enough. And suffice to say, I didn't accomplish much in 2016. I didn't achieve much, and I was distracted a lot. So, when you're distracted, you're focusing on too many things, you end up achieving nothing or very little. There's an old saying that when you chase two rabbits, you will catch neither. So I've come to realise that what we want to do, and what I've done this year, like for the past month or something like that ago, I looked at my goals, 25 goals I want to achieve in my life. All sorts of different things. And then from the 25, I want to define 5 goals that I want to achieve. What's the most important things to work on? So I've picked out those 5 things, and these 5 things are my to-do list, and the other 20 things are my not to-do list. So that way it forces you to focus on these 5 things you want to accomplish in your life. Once you've got at least one of those sorted and fixed, you can then add something else to that 5, or simply focus on those 5 things, and then complete all of them at once, and then get 5 new things. But the idea is that you need to focus on these things, and anything that's not related to them, or distracts you, don't do it. And anything that works towards the other 20 things, don't do it either. Because remember, those 20 things is your not to-do list. You don't want to touch them and don't want to work on them at all, because they are a distraction. They will distract you from your main goals, which is these 5 things. There is a story about Richard Branson, how, I can't remember when it was, but he was working on a project, and one university wanted to invite him to do a talk at one of their campuses, as give a lecture. And the university rang his assistant, and offered him £50,000. The assistant said no. The university then went back and offered £60,000. The assistant then said no again, and then offered back 70, no, 80, no, so on and so forth. And they eventually got to 100,000. And the assistant then said to the university that Richard is too focused on his own projects right now, that he's not allowing himself to do anything else that will distract him or delay him from achieving his goals. He was foregoing other things, and foregoing things that would distract him from his achievements, and that would make him lose focus on what he wants to achieve. And this is the problem I had last year, and this is the problem that more or less fixed and resolved now, mainly through discipline and prioritization. I was too focused, I was not focused enough, and I was on too many things. And I kind of had this at the start of 2017 as well, but come New Year's 16-17, I decided to buckle down and focus on one thing. I'd just work on these. Initially it was books, and then I defined the 5 goals, and now this is the second one, to build this channel and get momentum to it. So this channel and this playlist is a direct result of me prioritising my tasks and prioritising my goals. Because one of the things now is to get this YouTube channel up and running and get momentum and build a personal brand. So as a result of focus, I realised what I was doing wrong, and I realised my mistake. I was chasing too many rabbits, and I was catching none of them. So don't fall for the same mistake as well, focusing on too many things, because you'll catch nothing and nothing will work. Do it nice or do it twice, and focus on it. Focus, focus, focus. I realise how important that is now. Go through, create a list of 25 goals, these 25 things, and then pick 5 of them you want to work on and accomplish now. you know, next 8 months, 12 months, a year and a half, 18 months, stuff like that. Focus on them. Focus on these 5 goals and ignore everything else. Ignore everything else because they'll be detrimental. Create 5, which is your to-do list, and the 25, which is your not-to-do list. And focus is important. There's also a story about when Bill Gates and Warren Buffett, the first and the second richest man in the world, certainly back then in the early 90s or mid-90s when they first met, they were at Bill Gates' house, and Bill Gates' father asked Warren Buffett, the billionaire investor, what is his secret to success? And Warren Buffett wrote it down. He wrote it down on a piece of paper, and when he told or revealed the piece of paper to Bill Gates' father, Bill Gates also saw the answer, and he said, that was my secret as well. And what they wrote on that piece of paper was one word: focus. So that's what we've got to do. They know it, and they have achieved a lot of stuff, and that's what we need to do. That's what we all need to do, in fact, no matter what our goals are. Focus. But anyway, if this is the first time to the channel, subscribe, because this channel is all about helping you become a remarkable entrepreneur, and I'm glad to have played a small part in that. So subscribe, and you'll see me again soon. How cool is that?